With summer on its way and climate change discussions heating up to new levels of importance, now is a critical time for the 2019 Arctic Stewardship Roundtable, hosted by United Nations Canada and supported by Concord Pacific. The focus is Canadian leadership for the advancement of inclusive and sustainable northern development. Let's go inside and learn some more.
So today's event is with, 70, 80 people came. Those people now have hopefully a different perspective about the Arctic and the immediacy of the change. Listening to the two young women, things are changing fast and they're impacting people who live there directly. They can no longer go out and get food from the land or fish. Their houses are sinking in permafrost that's melting. So when you have an event like today that brings some perspective from bringing, in this case, two bright young women from the north and listening to them talk about their personal experiences, it becomes more real. And we need to do more of that.
What would you say was your biggest takeaway from experiencing the panel today?
I think the biggest takeaway is, a hopeful takeaway is that there are youth leaders in the north, and not just youth, but female youth, making huge strides in the Arctic and climate change. I think another big take home, and it's something that I try to remind myself of consistently, it's easy as Canadians to kind of forget that the Arctic is up there, and there's people up there and they're seeing the firsthand effects of climate change. So I think with a huge physical space between southern Canada and northern Canada, I think a big take home for me is that there needs to be a connection. Like there needs to be a deeper, a bridging of the gap between southern Canada and northern Canada.
So what do you hope people take away from this event and others like this in the future?
First of all, I'm really proud of me and Devin for being able to be in this panel, because a lot of people mostly ask questions about the two of us, and how it's a really privilege to be able to speak on behalf of Inuit youth, not only Inuit youth but Inuit in general.
Why is today's event so important?
It's so important because there's not a lot of people that is aware of the Arctic or people in general, because I just had someone who came up to me after the session, he wasn't aware of the effects of climate change within our people. So it was a really good session because I got to educate others about the Arctic and about us Inuit who live in the Arctic.
So there you have it. Diverse perspectives from academia to the Arctic, increasing awareness, aiming for sustainability, and inspiring action. United Nations Association in Canada. Find out how you can get involved. Jordan Wade for City Lights on Novus TV.